So, why are so many teachers quitting? Is what I'm trying to figure out. I own a handful of companies. One of them happens to be Employment Boost, where we do resume writing, career planning, coaching, performance coaching. We'll talk about that later. I'm actually going to read you some of the people that have wrote into us recently. The number one um, position contacting us for career changes and resume writing right now happens to be teachers. The number two is healthcare professionals slash nurses. So think about that for a minute. Let me read you some of these write-ins, and then we'll discuss about what's going on in the market right now because it's pretty crazy. We just had another one come in this morning. We're getting up to who knows how many a day. It's concerning what's going on right now. Um, let's see. Um, I'm a teacher looking for a career change. Not surprising there. What do we got here? I am 31 years old. This is another one. I am 31 years old. I've been a kindergarten teacher for the past 8 years. Since the pandemic, the job description has changed significantly, and I'm ready for a change. I mean, I feel like the pandemic has definitely made a lot of people rethink things. Here's another one. I've been a teacher for 23 years and have a master's degree. No idea where to start with a resume. High chance that they were going to be a teacher, that they would just apply for another teacher job. That person is likely also looking to transition into another field. I am currently an elementary school teacher with 16 years experience. I'm looking to transition from a teaching job to a new field. This is pretty much the pattern of what's going on. Another person, I'm a teacher looking for a career change. They're not People aren't going into teaching or trying to get a better teaching job. Um, Resume for a math teacher looking for a career change. It's really endless, and at some point it is concerning. Um, I've been a teacher for years. I'm looking for a new career in a different field. I'm not sure what that would be yet. So this is what we're dealing with every day when it comes to not just the resume writing. We do just as much, if not more, coaching, where we help people figure out how to get the next job, what field do you want to go into, what moves you have to make. And then if you see this quote on my screen about the job openings and the number of people quitting hit record highs. Well, you keep hearing about the great resignation and all these people quitting, and you see it's a great time to transition jobs because employers are hurting. So their minds are more open to hiring people that don't have a skill in that particular field or function. But why are so many teachers like running for the doors right now? And then you see a lot of the kids coming out of college right now, they're going into tech jobs and all this other stuff. So if we're not going into teaching and there's like a run for the door from the current teachers, who the hell's going to teach the kids? So this is concerning as I look 5 or 10 years down the road because I know people at private schools that pay more money for teachers, try to hire the best teachers. They're now short staffed and they're struggling. So if we don't have the critical mass of teachers to teach children, society's going to be screwed, is how I'm looking at it right now. Or you end up filling teacher roles with people who really don't want to be teachers, and then the quality of the education is going to go down. We need people that love teaching, that are good teachers to teach. So it's very concerning on my side to see this mass rush of people trying to change careers right now, going from teaching to something else. Now, the number two person contacting us, which, number three is probably like executives. We do a tremendous amount of executive business on the resume writing and the coaching side. But number two is healthcare professionals, and a bulk of those are nurses. Now, I get it. COVID the last couple of years, just dealing with the pandemic, putting your life at risk, all of it, dealing with patients, like it's crazy times. I understand. That makes sense. But what's going on in teaching that is making people run for the doors right now? We got to figure that out and try to fix it before it's too late. Um, it's one of those things I don't know. Is there news about it? I don't go Google this stuff all the time. It's just something we see firsthand because people come to us when they want to change careers. They come to us when they want to get their resume written. Let me close this here. Like something else we do outplacement services, and that's when, if you don't know what that is, when a company lays somebody off or has to let them go, a lot of times they give them something called outplacement services, where a company like ours helps them just go through the transition a little easier because getting let go is very tough. It's emotional. Get back on your feet a little faster. So you help someone get their resume written, maybe do some interview coaching. You help them target certain jobs. The weird thing or the cool thing about outplacement services, a lot of times you kind of know when a recession's coming. So when things start to slow down and companies start laying people off, we see that uptick first. We often see that uptick before you see it on CNBC or the Wall Street Journal. We track analytics and we know like how many customers are calling us and how many people they're laying off. So we get those insights first. We can almost see a recession coming 6 months down the road. It's very similar to what's going on right now when you start seeing how many teachers are quitting. Like we're seeing that first. But I don't know if I see the news really talking about it. So when we're tracking all these analytics and we have these data points, I mean, this one is sticking out right now. It's sticking out big. Like in 20 years of owning recruiting companies and career service companies, I've never seen something like this without a clear answer. 2001, 2000 tech bubble, like you saw people leave that market and they had to go somewhere else because the tech bubble popped. 2008, 2009, to be honest, up to 2012, because that recession was over when they said it was over, but as far as like the housing market went, it was a slow comeback. So people that were in the mortgage industry and the underwriters and appraisers and everything related to real estate, 2008 to 2012 or 13, you saw a lot of people transition out of that and go into a different field. Like that stuff makes sense. Like when the tech bubble popped and the real estate bubble popped, how's a teacher bubble pop? And that's where I understood in those two recessions why we saw an uptick in people looking for jobs or trying to change careers and fields. But what is pushing teachers to exit right now? And if the system is not filling the pipeline back up so we have more teachers, especially great teachers, where's that going to leave us in 5, 10, or 15 years? So that's a little bit concerning. Just to close this out, if you are looking for any kind of career services, obviously we do resume ratings. We're one of the top raters in the country. We talked about outplacement, interview preparation. You know how many people have a great resume and then they go in and blow the interview. I would say most people they screw up more on the interview than they do their resume. I gotta be honest. Career planning, if you're trying to change jobs, if you're trying to reach a higher level, if you have high ambition, if you just don't know what you want to do, career planning works well. Same thing with college planning. Before you go spend $100,000 on a degree, we kind of help you map out through like a decision tree. We focus on like outcome based. If you go to this school and you get this degree, here's the probability of where you're going to end up. And will you be happy with that? And then what if you decide at 35 years old you want to change? Where does that degree leave you if you want to change careers? Unfortunately, if you look at what's going on, we're out there getting degrees left and right, spending 6 figures on things that the market's not even asking for. And then we get these degrees, and then we get out there and we say, well, no one wants to hire me. It's like, because you got a degree nobody wanted. So before you go and spend $100,000 on a degree, go find someone that's not working at the college, or you can't even listen to your high school counselor. Go talk to a real college planning professional somewhere. Try to get some insights before you make a 6-figure decision. This is why we got $1.5 trillion in debt right now. So many people can't pay it off because they got an education that no company wants to pay for. It makes no sense whatsoever. You can have a passion and you can love something that nobody needs. And I think that's something that, man, if your parents aren't telling you that, we'll tell you that. Seminars, we've been out to colleges, we do seminars, workshops, careers, growing a career, interviewing, all that fun stuff. Performance coaching is a fast-growing part of our business where college often doesn't teach you how to really succeed in the corporate world or just being a professional in general. trying to become that high-performing employee that has fast career growth. Unfortunately, college just doesn't show you that. Many parents don't show you that. We try to teach you that path. We kind of model the coaching experience after entrepreneurs who went on to build great things, and we kind of look at their personality traits and habits that made them successful. We also have a portal coming where there'll be a bunch of online videos and an assessment test that goes with the coaching, developed by a handful of IO psychologists to really dig in and try to make you as the highest performing employee as you can be. Personal branding, look, everyone Googles you before they hire you. The greater the stuff they find out there, from PR quotes to other papers and things that you've been associated with, increases your chance of getting hired and potentially getting a higher offer. So we do quite a bit of personal branding, and we work with Daggerfin to do that type of stuff. But anyways, if you know, or if you have any insight why teachers are quitting, drop a comment. I'd be really curious to hear, because it is concerning. So I don't know. I will catch you in the next one.